Let's go to Texas and look at some dog culture. In the description to this video will be your homework for context. We're looking at the case of Jennifer. Jennifer had her husband killed via an old boyfriend. She manipulated her old boyfriend to kill her husband. And of course, she's not the only one at fault. The man that killed the husband made the decision. But there's a lot of dog culture wrapped up in this story as well. So let's have a quick look at it together.
It was a typical Monday morning in the Dallas neighborhood of Oak Cliff. October the 9th, 2020 was a sunny, calm morning in the midst of the pandemic when people all over the world were staying home and working if they could. Like many people in the U.S., Jamie and Jennifer Faith looked forward to their morning walk with their Bernese Mountain dog, Maggie. They did this every morning like clockwork.
Okay, so they got a Bernese Mountain dog. So this dog was not able to detect evil or save anybody from any atrocities, as they say dogs can. But let's have a look at these Bernese Mountain puppers. So according to the Kennel Club, the Bernese Mountain Dog, here's some of the stats. Openness to strangers. It's very close to everyone is my best friend. Even people that will kill my owners, evidently. Playfulness, okay. Watchdog protective nature. That's only about halfway. They call it what's mine is yours. So these Bernese Mountain puppers, they basically say what's mine is yours. Hey, my owner that has spent thousands of dollars on me and walked me like clockwork every day. Hey, if you want to kill my owner, well, hey, that's yours too. So these Bernese Mountain puppers, they sound like a bunch of jerks. They'll sit there and soak up your resources for all their life, but then somebody else comes along and what's mine is yours. That's pretty terrible. But this story actually confirms this. What's mine is yours. You want to put some bullets in my owner? Hey, that's fine. Because that's what this Bernese Mountain Dog did. So let's see a little bit more about this Bernese Mountain Pupper.
And at 7:33 a.m. that day, Jennifer went out the door first with the dog on the leash, Jamie following quickly behind. What happened next would leave a community in shock.
They call this case the sick case of the self-made widow. It's very dark humor to call it that, but let's look a little bit more.
A man has run up from behind the couple and fired 7 or 8 shots, striking Jamie 7 times. 3 bullets would strike Jamie in the head, 3 in the torso, and 1 in the groin. Jamie falls to the ground dead or dying. The family dog bolts away from the scene. The assailant then attempts.
The family dog bolts away from the scene. So not only did the dog not detect any evil or alert them to any kind of problems, the dog freaking runs off. Oh, hey, you got shot. I'm out of here. I got to go find another owner to give me a bunch of food. So, yep, there it is. What's mine is yours. These dogs don't give a crap about you. So, if you watch the video, you'll notice that the neighbor heard the gunshots and decided to run out with his 2 off-leash pit bull puppers. You know, the nanny doggers. Not a mean bone in their body, right?
What happened? Where we at? Call the police.
He runs down the sidewalk and stops when he sees the shooter standing before him, the gun in his right hand. The Faiths are on the ground behind the man. Wilson then turns and...
So again, we got 2 more dogs on the scene. They're not able to do anything about it. This guy has to run back to his house and supposedly get his own pistol. For what reason, I'm not sure, because the guy already ran away.
And runs back inside his own home, grabs his own pistol, loads it, and runs back out to help. By the time Wilson returns to the scene, the assailant has gotten into an older black Nissan Titan and fled the scene. Wilson runs to the Fates and tries to calm down the hysterical Jennifer. Jamie lays on the concrete sidewalk, facing away from Wilson.
Okay, so at this point, we got 3 dogs involved. 2 pit bull breeds. We got the mountain pupper. And none of these dogs have done anything. They can't call 911. They can't get the license plate number. And they weren't able to alert poor Jamie about this gunman. So dogs are synonymous with these kind of disturbing crimes. So since we have some pit bully breed dogs that are part of what unfolded during the shooting, let's look at what the pit bulls in Texas and the surrounding neighborhoods of this crime. Let's look at what kind of stuff those pit bulls do. So here we are in El Paso, Texas. Here we are in Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas pit bulls, they love to attack children at pet adoption events. Dallas, Texas pit bulls love to attack senior citizens that are just out walking in their neighborhood. So, wait a minute. Dallas, Texas pit bulls are doing this kind of stuff, attacking innocent people, but they don't attack murderers? Wait a minute. I thought these dogs were supposed to be our protectors. Dallas woman hospitalized after being attacked by loose pit bulls. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Dallas, Texas, and surrounding areas have tons of people being hospitalized and killed by pit bulls, and millions of dollars of community resources go into responding to these pit bull attacks on innocent people. Yet these 2 off-leash pit bulls by the neighbor, they weren't able to detect the out-of-state murderer that came over and murdered that woman's husband. It seems like these pit bulls have a certain target, and the target is children and innocent people. And meanwhile, murderers, they just let them go. Just get in your Nissan Titan and cruise away. So let's look at this neighborhood. Let's look at what they say about it.
Officers arrive. Unfortunately, the murderer had gotten away scot-free.
Oh, the murderer got away scot-free? Yet if it was a toddler or a kid on their way to the bus, those pit bulls would have certainly bit them or chased them.
The type of thing that happened in this neighborhood. One of the oldest communities in the Dallas metro area, Oak Cliff was a solid middle-class neighborhood going through gentrification. It was a nice, older neighborhood filled with nice people. It wasn't the kind of place where people were gunned down in the street for their jewelry.
Now notice they say nice people, and then they have to put people walking their dogs. Like, what does that have to do with nice people? These are people that are walking around with dogs that are pooping all over the place. They have to throw in this little hidden dog propaganda.
At least, not until that morning. Or was it? Sometimes quiet place.
I don't know if you saw that. There was a barking, menacing dog in that last scene. So anyways, this is supposedly a great neighborhood. However, it's a neighborhood filled with dogs. Dogs that are not providing the calmness, the family togetherness that supposedly they bring. So our murderer got onto the property in the middle of the night before he shot the husband. So where are these dogs? Where are all these dogs that are supposed to alert us to crimes and sense evil? Nope, they weren't able to do it. And I would probably guess that this guy right here, the red circle guy, he probably knew what these dogs liked. He probably knew what was up with them. So he probably had some stuff on him to treat the dogs or baby talk the dogs and make them all calm and secure. Because dogs don't sense any kind of murderous intentions. Dogs are all about baby talk and food. So, again, these dogs provided no relief, no proactive type of behavior to help these people. So, dog ownership, dog culture is a big part of this case. Jamie had himself one of these Bernese mountain dogs. The neighbors had pit bull breeds. The neighborhood was said to be filled with good people, and they used pictures of people with dogs to represent that. However, this crazy scheme from Jennifer to have her husband murdered, it's all wrapped up in dogs. Now, how many times do you think that this dog being present in their relationship made people think, oh, they're doing good, they're fine, they got a Burmese mountain pupper? Or maybe this man oftentimes just gave attention and affection to his dog when he should have been giving it to his wife. They say that the woman's communication with the new boyfriend, who was actually her old boyfriend, a lot of it was sexual, like she needed attention and love. Well, how can she get attention and love when her husband is constantly cuddling up with this dog? This dog that will literally cuddle up with anyone. The man that put bullets in this man's chest and head, he could have been cuddling up with that dog a few hours later. So, dogs are synonymous with all kinds of crazy, disturbing cases like this. They don't provide the anxiety relief, they don't provide the true companionship that the dog culture states they do. I think it's just a weird but telling irony that the neighbor's pit bulls, the neighbor that went and grabbed his pistol, they were not doing anything to prevent this murder. They were not doing anything to alert the neighbors to the marital woes that were happening that led to a murder plot. Yet pit bulls all over Texas are doing this type of stuff. Deadly dog attacks, infant in critical condition. Pit bulls are impacting adoptions at shelters. Corpus Christi woman dies after dog sitting pit bulls. Pit bulls tearing up cars, killing children, killing this little kid right here, severely injuring him. These pit bulls love to just screw around and tear up innocent people. But yet, here we are, a murder case, and those pit bulls, they're just running around like, what the hell's going on? So, yeah, that has been our look at the wife pretends to be a victim to hide her evil plan and the dog culture that was intertwined with it. I hope you guys check out the links in the description and let me know in the comments, what do you think about this?